My brother wants to move home, but his wife and I despise each other. The day my brother asked to move back in, I laughed because I genuinely thought it was a joke until I saw his face. He was dead serious, standing in my kitchen with that same calm expression he used when we were kids, and he wanted my dessert, explaining how they needed to save for a house, and this was the logical solution. Logical. That word bounced around my skull like a pinball because there was nothing logical about shoving his wife, the woman who once called my career a pathetic little hobby, under the same roof as me. He kept talking about mortgage rates and inflation while I just stared at the little vein throbbing in his temple, remembering every single passive-aggressive comment she had whispered about me at Christmas dinners when she thought I couldn't hear. I told him I needed time to think, but what I really needed was time to sharpen my claws because I knew exactly where this was heading. The first week was a performance of politeness so stiff you could snap it in half, her fake smile clashing with my gritted teeth every morning over the coffee machine like two gladiators circling each other. I started noticing my things moving, just slightly. A framed photo shifted 3 inches to the left, my favorite mug hidden behind the protein powder, my shampoo bottle feeling suspiciously lighter every single day. She was marking her territory like a cat, and I was supposed to just accept it because the bank account needed breathing room. I confronted my brother privately, telling him his wife was gaslighting me with furniture placement, and he just rubbed his eyes and told me I was being paranoid, that not everything was a war.
That's when I realized he wasn't the referee anymore. He was her defense attorney, and I was the prosecution standing alone in a courtroom that used to be my living room. I started documenting everything, a crazy little journal of microaggressions, just to prove to myself I wasn't losing my mind, and the list grew to 3 pages in 4 days. The tension boiled over on a rainy Thursday when I heard her on the phone in the guest room, her voice muffled but sharp, saying she was this close to forcing him to choose between his blood and her sanity. I stood frozen in the hallway, the carpet fibers digging into my bare feet, realizing this wasn't about saving money at all, but a slow, creeping siege to push me out of my own inherited home. I decided I would give him the ultimatum first, a nuclear option to reclaim my peace before she shattered it completely. I opened the door to his room to lay down the law, my speech rehearsed and my heart pounding. When I saw his laptop screen open on the bed, the brightness turned up too high. It wasn't a bank statement or a real estate listing. It was a medical portal with her name at the top, a recent clinical summary mentioning aggressive early-onset Huntington's disease, and a prognosis that explained every erratic, territorial shudder of her behavior. I shut the door quietly, my prepared speech dissolving in my throat, realizing my petty war journal was just a record of a woman's brain betraying her body, while her husband desperately tried to keep her in a familiar place for the time she had left.